I protected my space.
Yeah.
I shared what I wanted to share specifically. I grew up in a house where my mother was like, what goes on in our house stays in this house.
Shaunie O'Neal, celebrated reality TV producer and ex-spouse of NBA icon Shaquille O'Neal, has been living her best life with Pastor Keion Henderson. After years in the spotlight, she finally said, "I do" again, stepping into a world that merges Hollywood flair with a pastor's spiritual calling. Now, shocking rumors suggest that Pastor Keion has allegedly filed for divorce, sparking a swirl of headlines, whispers, and major league drama. Today, we're diving deep into the claims that have the internet buzzing. Did Keion really start the divorce proceedings? What triggered Shaunie's reported fiery response? And how does Shaq himself factor into this unexpected wave of scandal? Buckle up, because this is the inside scoop on a rumored meltdown that's taken over social media and news outlets alike.
So that's literally how I lived my life. Even in my book now, writing about it, I was not comfortable telling my story because my story involves my mom, my story involves my dad, my story involves my ex-husband.
Before this rumored split, many fans saw Shaunie and Keion's union as a breath of fresh air. One, a dynamic figure with a history in reality TV and business. The other, a megachurch leader who brought a faith-based approach to their relationship. Folks were captivated by their synergy. She had the savvy to run a successful entertainment brand, while he came across as a spiritual mentor who could keep her grounded. According to multiple sources like People magazine and MSN, the two initially crossed paths at a charity event, bonding over a shared desire to do philanthropic work. Shaunie's circle was said to be excited that she had finally found someone calm, collected, and very different from her past circle of NBA stars.
And it's not their decision to write a book, right? It was mine. So it was like I was shielding everything to protect everybody.
In interviews, both Shaunie and Keion raved about how they balanced each other out. The pastor told a local Houston outlet how he cherished her entrepreneurial mind and her dedication to family. Meanwhile, Shaunie joked that she might start a mini-series called The Pastor and the Mogul if networks got intrigued enough by their daily life. This comedic hint aside, they seemed deeply in sync until the rumor mill started churning out a different narrative.
Yeah, I mean, along with, I think Keion helps me, he motivates me to just be a better person every day, make better decisions, show a lot more grace.
Online speculation about tension in their marriage didn't just materialize out of nowhere. Observers noticed that Shaunie, usually so open on social media, seemed to scale back her joint postings with Keion. A Reddit thread from early last month buzzed with fans pointing out how she'd removed certain photos or changed captions referencing him. One user wrote, "Shaunie went from lovey-dovey pictures to cryptic quotes about growth. Something's up." At the same time, Keion's sermons took a more introspective turn. Instead of referencing his wonderful wife, as he had in earlier messages, some watchers said he avoided personal anecdotes about her entirely. It might have been coincidence, but in an age where fans dissect every online clue, the shift raised eyebrows.
Just be intentional about what I do, how I function. We have a routine.
You're starting
prayer.
a new podcast together.
Yes, we are.
Shaunie's romantic history with Shaquille O'Neal inevitably shadows any new relationship she pursues. Over the years, Shaq has publicly expressed regret about losing her, describing their marriage's downfall as largely his own doing. According to an Essentially Sports piece, he once said that despite their differences, he'd always cherish her as the mother of his children. Even so, fans question whether leftover baggage from that marriage influenced her dynamic with Keion. People gossip that Shaq's sporadic attempts to reconnect or the co-parenting demands might have unsettled Shaunie's new household. In a rumored spat, an insider told an entertainment blog that Keion felt overshadowed by the Shaq factor, fueling friction behind closed doors. Others maintain that co-parenting was smooth and blame the rumored split on simpler issues, like busy schedules and conflicting visions of the future.
the lies. You know, I started out when I got the divorce with so many lies. Me and my mama were stealing money and all types of stuff. So now I'm kind of numb to it. It's unfortunate. I hate it for my husband, though.
Reports of Keion Henderson filing for divorce first appeared on a lesser-known gossip site, but quickly spread via social media, with outlets like MSN picking up the story. The biggest question: why would a pastor, whose brand leans heavily on strong family values, be the one to initiate divorce proceedings? Typically, the congregation might expect the spiritual leader to fight to keep the marriage intact.
Because that's another thing that it's just like, I feel bad because I came with this, like you said, TMZ, we did go to lunch one time.
Some theories claim he discovered deal breakers, be it financial mismanagement, unresolvable differences in lifestyle, or even trust issues. Another rumor swirling is that the honeymoon phase ended quicker than anticipated. A friend allegedly told a local blogger, "They moved fast, and sometimes reality hits when the spotlight fades." Without confirmation, everything remains speculation, but the rumor alone has set fans on high alert.
Take you around to the celebrity homes. We were eating somewhere, and they drove by, and he was like, you know, they stopped, and they taking the pictures. He was like, "This is my life." And I'm like, no, kind of.
If Pastor Keion did indeed file for divorce, how did Shaunie respond? Word on the street is that she's furious, borderline outraged. One Twitter user posted, "He can't handle a strong woman," allegedly quoting Shaunie from an unverified screenshot. Another claimed she was spotted in tears and ranting about betrayal at a Beverly Hills restaurant. Are these claims real or just tabloid fodder? Hard to say, but the repeated storyline of Shaunie reacting with intense emotion to potential betrayals definitely resonates with her earlier portrayal on Basketball Wives.
Yes, and I'm so sorry. So that's all I can say, but it's like, I feel horrible.
One rumor stands out in particular. Sources say she feels blindsided and believes the pastor used her celebrity to grow his brand. This might sound extreme, but remember, if you're an influential pastor who marries a high-profile star, the potential for public gains is massive. Still, it's equally plausible that any meltdown is more heartbreak than PR tactic. Shaunie's circle of close friends has reportedly rallied around her. Some are the same crew who had her back when she was divorcing Shaq. Even though she's older, more experienced, and financially secure this time, heartbreak is heartbreak. The same circle apparently told a known podcaster that Shaunie's not letting this rumored divorce break her. If anything, it's fueling her to boss up again.
Like, I remember, if y'all do get my Audible and my voice sounds monotone, is because I was in a sunken place that day because of that man getting online and saying that about me, because all I was thinking about was my husband.
Meanwhile, some in the congregation who aligned more with Keion are purportedly disappointed by the drama. A small portion of them, as reported by a local Houston subreddit, speculate that a Hollywood lifestyle might have drawn him into territory he wasn't prepared to navigate. Another group sees it differently, claiming Shaunie tried her best but was never truly accepted by certain members of his pastoral community.
And he knew it was a lie, but it's just all the people that like to believe that type of stuff that call him. So he's like, "Babe, my phone is blowing up."
Let's be real. Pastoring a megachurch isn't just about Sunday sermons. It's also about brand image, potential book deals, and social media presence. Keion Henderson has been successful at turning personal narratives into teachable lessons, but a rumored divorce can be a tricky plot twist. How does one sermonize about unity in marriage while publicly splitting from a high-profile spouse? Churchgoers might question the authenticity of those teachings, or they might rally around him even more, seeing him as a flawed, relatable figure.
I've learned this. One of the things that causes a woman to lock the keys to her heart, and I know infidelity will do it.
Either scenario poses complexities. Some churchgoers likely idolized the couple's dynamic, viewing them as a power duo. With rumors swirling, leadership might scramble to keep morale high. A break with Shaunie could even risk losing some star power in the church's philanthropic and outreach efforts, which she actively supported. Although Shaq hasn't directly commented on the rumored divorce, fans keep an eye on his social media for cryptic posts or subtle digs. The day the rumors peaked, Shaq posted a short clip joking about life's ups and downs, concluding with a "stay focused." Nothing explicitly referencing Shaunie or Keion, but fans read between the lines, stirring speculation that he might secretly relish the turbulence. Others maintain he's simply being motivational, as Shaq often is.
Yes, sir.
I know that not feeling safe will do it.
Yes, sir.
I know that her not being able to trust you will do it.
Still, let's not pretend there's zero chance Shaq might silently weigh in on developments. A radio DJ in Los Angeles claimed Shaq told her off-air he hopes Shaunie is okay, fueling beliefs he's staying supportive from a distance. The complications of co-parenting likely keep them in more contact than the public realizes. Social media thrives on drama, and number sign Shaunie explodes quickly trended on Twitter and Instagram for a brief moment. Memes popped up left and right, with pictures of Shaunie from her basketball wives days, captioned, "Don't cross me, Pastor." Another meme pitted a solemn Keion Henderson with a thought bubble. Wasn't ready for reality TV? Literally.
You know, you say one thing and do another thing. All of those things do. But I think that one of the biggest doors to a woman's heart.
Reddit threads dissected the couple's timeline, from the first Instagram photo announcing their courtship to their lavish wedding. Some fans said they felt betrayed because they'd invested in the couple's love story, praising it as a redemption arc for Shaunie post-Shaq. Others cynically declared, "We knew it wouldn't last," citing Shaunie's reality TV persona as incompatible with a pastor's calling. The biggest hole in this story is the lack of official statements from either Shaunie or Pastor Keion. Typically, celebrities faced with swirling rumors issue clarifications, often via social media or a publicist. Their silence could mean numerous things. Maybe they're still working on their relationship behind closed doors. Or maybe they find the rumors too trivial to dignify.
That has the most complicated lock, of which only a single key can open. She is very, very apt.
The hush from Keion's side intrigues watchers. As someone who communicates for a living, you'd expect a clarifying sermon. Instead, everything's overshadowed by no comment. Some see wisdom in not fueling drama. Others see a missed chance to quell rumors that hamper both their brands. No stranger to producing sensational narratives, Shaunie is credited with conceptualizing basketball wives, turning behind-the-scenes spousal drama into a ratings juggernaut. Could this rumored divorce be an elaborate storyline building up for a new series or spin-off? Fans recall how basketball wives soared in popularity thanks to catfights, betrayals, and real-life heartbreak. A behind-the-pulpit version might be the next wave, bridging faith-based elements with reality TV's flair.
No, he supports me in a relationship. I support him. We have a great, co-parenting relationship.
It's not far-fetched to imagine producers salivating over a potential Shaunie and the Pastor, trials and tribulations storyline. But if it truly is heartbreak, turning it into entertainment might be too exploitative, even for reality TV's norms. Shaunie's kids are older now, but that doesn't mean rumors of divorce don't affect them. A rumor-laden environment can cause stress. Some watchers recall how the O'Neal children navigated the publicized drama of their parents' earlier split, dealing with paparazzi and online chatter. This time around, they might approach it with more emotional maturity, but the sting of rumored separation is still real.
Yeah, I think we both support each other. I used to tease him and be like, could you please hurry up and get a wife? And then you could stop, randomly FaceTiming me and talking about your day.
Specifically, insiders mention how one or two of Shaunie's kids developed a strong bond with Keion. If that's true, A rumored separation might disrupt these newfound familial ties. The children have been active on social media, but they haven't dropped any obvious hints about tension. Just usual teenage posts, sports updates, or business ventures. In celebrity breakups, friendships can quickly turn into battle lines. Evelyn Lozada, longtime friend and sometimes frenemy of Shaunie, posted cryptic Instagram stories referencing knowing your worth and cutting out negativity. Some suspect it's aimed at Keion. Meanwhile, Tammy Roman, who had her own share of friction with Shaunie in the past, shared a supportive tweet praising Shaunie's resilience without naming her.
Hey, like, I'm not, like, get a girlfriend or something. I don't know. So
Dang,
it doesn't
Shaunie.
matter. We kind of teased each other in that way.
From the church's side, a few acquaintances posted supportive messages for Pastor Keion, praising his leadership and continued faith under adversity. Some even used the #NoWeapon hashtag, suggesting they view the rumors as spiritual attacks. If indeed a divorce is on the table, the next wave might be an all-out rift within their social circles, each side rallying around their chosen friend. Some spiritual folks interpret this rumored drama as a direct test of faith. They say marriages in ministry often face an extra layer of warfare. If you believe that spiritual forces target leaders to discredit them, the swirl of controversy might be seen as an attack. Conversely, cynics argue that an actual breakdown might reveal fundamental incompatibilities, proving that faith alone doesn't guarantee harmony.
Yeah, I think, yes, you do, but at the same time, you do think, okay, we're getting married, we're having kids, we're a family. Things are gonna change.
It's easy to assume divorce talk means the end, but Hollywood relationships have a twisty history of breakups and makeups. Who's to say a rumored divorce couldn't end with a second chance? If they're truly committed, couples therapy or spiritual counseling might rescue them from the brink. After all, Pastor Keion preaches redemption, so ironically, he might apply the same principle to his own marriage. Friends have dropped vague hints that the pair are working through challenges, not finalizing them. One source told a blogger, they're strong-willed, but if they keep God at the center, they can bounce back from anything.
And that's probably a complete delusional thought process. But you do think that, or you have those hopes and like, you know what, this will all stop, it'll all go away.
Every major Hollywood breakup rumor typically involves either money or infidelity. Some claim the rumored meltdown is about financial disagreements, pointing to differences in how they manage separate empires. Others rumored an outsider or new love interest. So far, no clear evidence supports either scenario, but given the swirling nature of rumor mills, that might change overnight. If the rumors prove true, might Shaunie opt for a third marriage down the line or choose a path of singledom? She once joked about never marrying again, only to tie the knot with Keion. Her track record suggests she wouldn't settle for mediocrity in love or business. We might see her harness the heartbreak into a new show, a new brand, or a philanthropic endeavor focusing on faith and relationships. Alternatively, she might quietly slip away from the spotlight to heal privately.
Tinkerbell, and you're just the one that's like, okay, you look at those kids, you know, you're a family and you got to put that first.
So, where does this all stand? The swirling rumors have thrown even the most loyal fans into confusion. Is Shaunie O'Neal, now Henderson, truly on the brink of another high-profile divorce? Or is this just a case of the rumor mill on overdrive? One thing's for sure, she's fierce, and if pushed to the edge, she'll defend her narrative with everything she's got. What's your take on this rumored meltdown? Are you convinced Pastor Keion Henderson actually filed for divorce, or do you suspect it's all hype? Sound off in the comments. Let's get the conversation rolling, and be sure to subscribe to Celeb Titbits for more sizzling updates on Hollywood, love, and hip-hop drama. Stay tuned to see if the rumors die down or explode into a full-blown revelation. Either way, the final chapter of this story is far from written, and we'll be right here, dishing on every twist and turn.